was a dime piece, daddy was a G. Uncle sold the little white girl by the key. Uncle got popped, now the fridge is on E. Then daddy started smoking, now it's on.
Yeah, I've been around, man. Met Kanye young as a teenager, and basically he gave me my start. So shouts out to Kanye West. He the first person that believed in me. First person that gave me a beat tape. It wasn't even a beat CD back then.
Beat tape.
Tapes. Like 2000. So
that was like Con Records.
I still got the one of the first beat tapes that he gave me. I was over his crib just freestyling. Actually, my sister had met him before, and she had a record deal when she was like 13. And he was working on her CD, and so I used to go over there just to support her. I was a little older than her, and so we was just over there freestyling. There used to be everybody over there. It used to be me, it used to be Rhyme Fest, it used to be GLC, it used to be Shauna and Tifa.
Dang, that's like, that's crazy, right?
You know, Really Though, Cap One.
Yeah. It's a lot of
everybody that's really doing it in Chicago, like
chilling, like y'all was over there. You know what I'm saying?
Like, Kanye Mama House was like the spot. So, man, got over there freestyling one night, and he was like, "Damn, your sister said you was fresh, but I really wasn't taking that rap serious at all. I was more into basketball at that time and trying to hoop and, you know, make it to the NBA or something. You know
he said make it to the NBA
I wanted that NBA money, you know, it's a little more for show than the rap money, you know. But, man, he believed in me. He's like, man, here, take this, man, write something. I went home and wrote some dope stuff, man. One of them that I wrote that night was called Foolish Game, and turned out to be a hip-hop, like a Chicago classic. So I was just blessed. Kanye ushered me into the game. From that point, I was actually the first person that he ever signed to Con Man Productions. So, so my history go back, man. So
yeah, I was just gonna say give a little history, but that's
that. That was 2000. That was my interest into the rap game as a teenager, and so you know, about 9 years later, you know.
What has changed most about you as an artist since you first started?
Just wiser, more grounded. You always think you're ready, and everybody always thinks they're ready, but then I really realized that everything is in God's timing, and everybody's way is not my way.
Right.
Like I know that if things would have happened a different way, I wouldn't have the 2 sons I have. I wouldn't have the woman I have. A lot of different things take place. I wouldn't be the same person with the same bevy of experience that I have today. So it's like everybody's course is their own course in life. And so, like I tell people all the time, it's like some people go straight to the NBA, like Dwayne, like LeBron James. Like I'm more like Dwayne Wade. I had to go to college first. Some people, you know, and they still are successful at the same levels, but some people take a longer route to success.
You could go back to 2000 and around that time, you being you now, and tell that Mikkey Halsted something. What would you tell him?
Don't sign the Cash Money. Stay with Kanye. Yeah, but you know, I learned from Kanye. I learned from Cash Money too, and developed great friendships. Like me and Wayne, that's my buddy. That's like a brother. So, you know, it was a rough experience, and I didn't really want to leave Kanye or sign with Cash Money and have to go my own path. But at that time, I felt it was the best thing for my family. My family was going through so much, losing our crib and, you know, drug abuse in our family and our household. We was desperate for money, man. And so when that came, I thought it was a win, a way that I could go get a win and bring it back, not only to my family at home, but to Kanye and everybody that was doing it and make a win for all.
Tell me about your relationship with No ID.
Man, No ID was actually... I started rapping with Kanye, did a couple of songs, and you know, No ID is Kanye's mentor. He let No ID hear him, and No ID was like, man, I want to manage him. And I'm like, man, No ID wanted, Kanye was like, man, No ID want to manage you. I'm like, really? Man, let's hook it up. You know what I'm saying? Because he was already a legend at that time. He had already did Common stuff. I used to love a Resurrection album, all of that. So I'm like, man, I would love for him to. So he was actually my first manager. And then when I got to deal with Cash Money, I kind of went and was in my own world. And then when I left Cash Money, I came back and connected with him. And so he's really been like my big brother in the game ever since. And so he executive produced this project that I'm about to put out this month called The Dark Room. He produced most of the tracks on there. So he just, man, I can't thank him enough, man. He just a big brother. And he like a big brother to everybody that was doing it in Chicago, period. Okay, you can't Mikkey Halsted without no ID. I don't know what that
How was that working on it?
It was, man.
It's like the process.
It's like I feel like I've been pregnant for like 4 years. It's like I'm just ready
I've
to drop
never
it.
heard that explanation.
Yeah,
I really think that's my
that's
favorite
Like,
explanation
you know,
so far.
You just be ready. You be looking at ladies and you be like, they be like, I'm ready for this baby. Man, I'm miserable. It's like, man, that's how I feel right now. Like my feet swollen, my nose spread. I'm ready to drop this baby. You know what I'm saying? So I could, you know, show her to the world and show her off. And then I got another baby that I already finished on called the photo album, which is the second part of the Dark Room. You know, back in the day, they used to take the pictures and you had to develop them in the dark room.
Right.
And so that's what the dark room symbolizes. The next album is called the photo album. And so dark room is like some of my hungriest music. You know what I'm saying? That cutting room floor music that really, you know, it's stuff that I didn't really trust with them.
Who's some of the people you worked with?
Dark room, I worked with Freddie Gibbs, joint called Field Negro Blues. And that was crazy, man. Produced by No ID.
Oh, we have that song for you guys today too.
Yeah, we do have that. So I also did a joint called Running My City where I reached out to some of my favorite artists from different regions. And we just japped off on it. Running My City, Killer Mike is on that. Bun B is on that. Crooked Eye, which is my favorite West Coast artist, is on that. Mr. Fab, that's my favorite artist from the Bay, is on that. You know? So, I mean, I just reached out to a lot of my people, you know what I'm saying, and we did something. So I was happy that, guess what? Win, lose, or draw, I'm controlling my first look.
Right.
And it's hard for a label to mess it up after you've established yourself. Like, I've been hitting the internet so hard, like my presence has built up to a certain point where Mikkey Halsted is established.
Right.
First video I ever shot was Liquor Store. That's because that's how I wanted to introduce myself, on something that was conscious, that's intelligent, and you can go more fun, you can go to the club, you can go to pop after that, but you have to have that foundation first.
Right.
And so Liquor Store, Dark Room, that's the foundation.
Over the past 4 years, what are some of your favorite moments of making the dark?
Man, when people were sending me verses, like when Crooked Eye, when I requested for him, and he was like, oh man, I mess with you, and he sent me a verse back. And when I reached out to Killer Mike, and he was like, oh,
Yeah, you
man,
see how many people paying
Mick,
attention.
you know, that's my man. It's like just to see people that you look up to in the game, that you respect, that they mess with you like that. So when Bun B, when I reached out to Bun, he was like, oh man, I've been following you since you was with Cash Money. And that kind of stuff feels good. You know, your work is not in vain.
You find out they feel the same way about you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it was dope, man, just to find out that people respect your craft.
In the past year or two, Chicago is really like emerging,
It is.
finally,
It
as
is.
a real force in hip-hop. So who are some of the artists that you're looking at and you're checking for coming up?
Oh man, see, you put me on the spot because then people get offended if I
You
keep
ain't,
their
Mickey
name.
ain't
It's just
saying
like if you ain't following them on Twitter.
You ain't following me.
Just like I wasn't following on Twitter.
I mean, I start with my guys. You know who I really like that I think people were sleeping on? I like Vic Mensa a lot.
Vic
Yeah.
Mensa.
Oh.
Big Miss is cold.
Like,
Young, cold.
Like, you know, I think he can do so much. I really like YP. I mean, you saying up and coming. Like, I'm trying to think of the younger generation. Man, I like a lot of, I like so many. I really don't know who I don't like, man. I mean,
There's so many people coming.
it's so many people that's coming up, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, but I really like Vic Mensa. I really close with YP. I think he's really doing his thing. I mean, shouts to the people like that's established, that's doing it. I love Mike Terra, of course, you know, the kids. I love them. Who else, man? I love LEP, but they not coming up. They've been doing it the same time I've been doing it. So, you know, I support their movement. I think they really close to something special.
You had mentioned some of your favorite MCs and some of your favorite artists. So I got to bring up somebody I know who's probably among one of your personal favorites, your sister.
Oh man, Miss
Chris.
She's
what's going on with her? She coming?
She's coming. You know, it's tough for a female in the business, and it's like her music. It's like I almost feel like sometimes people are not ready for it at a certain time, and she had to be ready, and to be all the way out there as a lady, and to do it the way that we wanted to do it. And so, like, I'm a big brother to the fullest, and so it's like I just wanted to be represented right.
Right.
And so we working on the music right now. The music is incredible.
How many years do you have on her?
What? 3. So
have she ever just like said something you'd be like, oh, it's
she used to have an extreme potty mouth. I used to be like, you don't have to curse like that in your rap. It just hurts my. I don't know if it hurts my stomach because you my little sister.
It's because she your little sister.
Well, I just don't want to hear no lady talk like that, you know. But no, but she is grown. She's matured. She just been working on herself, getting her mind right, and like she's on some next level music right now, like transcending just rap. So. I'm just happy. I'm happy to be a part of it. But we started working on it. Prolific her and Prolific have went in. She's went in with a couple of other producers, and so we getting that sound right now. And so her thing is more like she got to find the right producers, the right instrumentalists. You know what I'm saying? For that, it just got to be right. So the music is there.
This is what's in my headphones. So what's in Mikkey Halsted's headphones?
Kanye right now.
Yeah.
Kanye is dominating the headphones right now. You know, generally it's like old stuff. It's like my favorites. Like stuff from when I was in dang near grammar school.
Yeah.
like old Nas, J. Rue the Damager, man, all kind of old stuff, man. It's like Jay stays in my headphones. Raekwon is one of my favorite artists. He stays in my headphones. But right now, Ye is in the headphones. He been getting the most run in the whip, too. So I just been trying
everybody where they can find you.
Man, find me on Twitter, @Mikkey Halsted. Follow me. Don't be scared to follow me like Millie.
Millie, you always get put on blast. She can never tell.
It's okay. I mean, she had respect. No, I'm just joking. But also on Facebook, the real Mikkey Halsted page. Also, just Mikkey Halsted on Facebook. If you're still on MySpace, it's myspace.com/MikkeyMusic. Got my own website, and we updating it all the time. MikkeyHalsted.com. Man, just stay in tune. Get right and get left is still the model.
Mikkey is Mikkey, just so you guys know. Halsted is spelled like the street.
Like the street.
Is
we all Halsted right now.
Exactly, right? Shout out to Steve. Is there anything else you'd like to tell our listeners?
Man, put God first. Honor your parents, man. That's important. 'Cause you don't know how long you're going to have them. That's a lesson that I learned. So just put God first, man. May y'all bless everybody out there. Go get it. December 21st. Get right or get left is the motto. Dark Room is the album. Those that know. Don't be a dummy your whole life.
I'm gunning at them all, fighting for my life. Back against the wall, I am giving y'all my feelings.